Hey everybody, I am going to be creating the orthographic views for this bracket project 4.4. So the book is going to give you this template here. So all you do is just download this template and open it up, and I can put it in the comments in the video. So after you have this template opened up, what you want to do, it says use save as. So we're going to save this drawing. So I'm going to up to the big red A thingy. I'm going to click on Save As. My box is on the other screen, so I'm going to move it over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this and save this to wherever you usually save your drawings to. I got way too much stuff open. So I'm going to go to Documents. That's good. So I'm going to save it here. So I'm going to save this as bracket. And I don't like to use all capital letters. So I already have one there, but I'm going to save it and make another one. It says, do you want to replace it? Yes. Okay, and then what it says to do is activate the model tab, which is in the bottom left corner. It's already activated. We're going to set the units. So I'm just going to type in the word units, press enter. And again, it throws it on my other screen. So move it over here. So we're going to make sure that we're in decimal units. Our precision is 0.000, 0.000, yeah, 3 zeros after that period there. Set text style font to Arial. Let me hit OK here. So the text style font, if I go up to annotation here, and this first icon here, that's my text style. So my text style font is already set at Arial here. So I'm going to cancel out of that. And then it says create and assign layers as follows and set the visible layer current. So I'm going to go up to my layers panel where you see layer properties. And let me drag this box over here on the right screen. All right, so this is a list of our layers. So I am going to create a brand new layer. Click on this icon here. And I'm going to name this visible. And it says the color of that should be red. So I'm going to type this color swatch here. This is going to be red. I'm going to hit OK. The line type is continuous. Our line weight is going to be, everything's popping up on my wrong screen. The line weight is going to be 0.60 millimeters. Yeah. So we have that one. Then I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to name this one hidden. This one is going to be blue. And the line type is going to be hidden. So you see, we don't have a hidden line type. So I guess we got to quit. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go up down to load here. Everything just keep popping up on my other screen. So I'm going to look for hidden. Look for the hidden line type over here. Just going to scroll down. I'm going to see hidden. I'm going to hit OK. And while you're at it, just to save time, also look for the center line type, because we're going to need that in a minute. So center here and hit OK there. So now the one that we want the hidden right now. So I'm going to type in, or not type, I'm just going to click on the hidden layer here and highlight it. And I'm going to hit OK. So now you notice that our hidden layer now has a hidden line type. The line weight is not 0.6 for this one, this default. So I'm going to scroll up, click the very top one here. So we're good with that. And then I'm going to click on the new layer icon. I'm going to name this one center. Center, this one is going to be green. And it's not going to be hidden. We want to change this to the center one we added earlier. So I'm going to click center, hit OK. Just make sure you see center here in the line type column. And again, that's going to be a default layer. Then we need to add one more layer. I'm going to call this one text, T-E-X-T. Its color is going to be magenta. And it's going to be, our line type is going to be continuous. So I'm going to click continuous here, hit OK. And the default line weight is what we want, and it's already there for me. So just make sure your line weight is default, and I think we're good to go. Oh, then it says we're gonna make the visible layer current. So to do that, I'm gonna double left click on the visible layer. Just make sure that check mark pops down next to it. That way you know that's the current layer. And then I'm gonna hit the X to close out of this. All right, so we got that much. So now it says draw the front, top, and right side views of the bracket shown. Blah, 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 blah. The views of the bracket. Oh, it says turn on the miter box layer. So I'm gonna go up to layer properties again, where you see miter box. I'm gonna click on the on, the little light bulb here. Click it to turn it on. So you notice you see some fanciness pop in now. It kind of tells you we want to begin our lower left corner of the front view here. So this is where our front view is going to go. So we can start with that. All right, so I'm looking at this bracket, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that my ortho mode is turned on down here in the status bar. So I'm going to start line, and I'm going to start my line in this bottom left corner here. And I'm going to drag straight up 3.25. I'm going to drag it over to the right. That looks like 6. I'm going to go down 3.25. I'm just going to end back here where I started. So that we're kind of blocking out or boxing out our front view here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this bottom line up by 0.75. So I'm going to offset 0.75, press enter. I'm going to select this bottom line and just click anywhere above it. And then what I want to do is I'm going to hit the escape button, and I'm taking a look at this. So this kind of ridge here in the middle is going to be 2.70 over. So I'm going to offset 2.70, or rib. It's a rib or rib, whatever you want to call it. This thing in the middle. I'm going to offset this over by that 2.70. Hit escape. I'm going to offset again by, looks like 0.60. Offset 0.6. This is going to be over here. I don't need this down here. I'm going to trim, TR for trim. I don't need that and that. So then what I want to do is I notice that from this line over to the left, it angles down and has an edge there at 1.20. So I'm going to offset 1.20, press enter. So this, I'm going to offset it to the left. I'm going to do the same thing for this one and offset it to the right. And then it kind of slopes down by a total of 0.25. So I'm going to offset 0.25, this top line down. You'll notice these constraint boxes pop up. Those annoy me, I'm not going to lie. If you want to turn these off, we go up to parametric here, and we can go to hide all. But you're going to notice as we keep drawing, they're going to pop back up again. But I just try to get rid of those. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, so I want to draw a line now. So I'm typing L for line, press enter. So from this intersection to here, and then down to here, I'm going to hit the escape key, press enter to get back in my line command. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So from this intersection to this intersection, and then down to this intersection. So that's kind of the shape of the back of this bracket here. So I can now trim, TR for trim. Just take your time trimming these out. You don't want to hit the wrong one. Actually, I don't need that at all. I don't need this or this. Yeah, escape. Now I can erase, E for erase, press enter. Or you can hit the space bar too with your thumb. That to make it's easier to hit that space bar, and that acts as an enter key. So I'm just gonna select all of these and this and this and that. So there's kind of the shape there. Now we need to put our circles in. There's some slots that are gonna be hidden lines. Let me think about this. Oh, so this circle is offset from this edge over to the right by 1.95. So I'm going to offset 1.95. I'm just trying to find the center of the circle. So from here over, also have a line here I want to get rid of. Delete that. And I can click this line, grab this grip, and just drag it straight up. And it's going to be offset from this line here up by 1.25. I'm going to offset 1.25 this line up. And so that's our location for the center of our circle. And I know that that circle has I'm old and blind here. That has it's 2 times 0.625 is the diameter. So yeah. The diameter is going to be, I'm going to make a circle with the center diameter option. I'm going to type in 0.625, press enter. Wait, I don't want that. Hold on. You didn't see that. Let me do that again. Circle, center diameter. I'm going to pick the center first here. And then I want to drag out, and I'm going to type in 0.625, press enter. So there is one circle, and we can get real fancy here. So I can type in MI for mirror. Select this circle, press enter. I'm gonna select the midpoint of this bottom line here. You see that little triangle pop up? So I'm gonna select the midpoint, left click, drag it straight up, just anywhere above it. Click it again. It says, do I want blah, blah, erase source objects? No, I want to keep the original one there too. So that just kind of makes a mirrored copy of that. So I can erase this. Do I want to erase that yet? I was trying to think if I wanted to erase that. And I'm going to erase these lines because what I can do here is I can go to my layer properties, and I'm going to double click on the center layer here, hit the X. And what I can do is I can go up to annotate, and you see where you see center mark here. I'm going to click that. I'm just going to click this circle and click this circle. And that gives us our center marks of those. So now I hit escape. So now what I want to do is we have some slots here that are kind of through this face. So those are going to be hidden. So we need to make sure we show those hidden lines of those slots. So I'm probably going to need to change my layer. So I'm going to go to home. I'm gonna click where it says center up here. I'm gonna change this to hidden. And then what I want to do is I need to figure out where those hidden lines are located. So I know that I'm reading this. So this has a radius of 0.275. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna offset by 0.75, enter. So this line over to the right, this line over to the left, hit the escape key. And that has a radius of 0.375. So I'm going to offset 0.375. I'm just going to offset these lines over to the right, to the left, this one over to the right, to the left. So basically the middle part is the center line of our slot. And then those two lines are going to be kind of the edges of those slots. But I need to put these on the center layer, or the hidden layer, I'm sorry, this one, this one, this one. I'm going to change these to the hidden layer. These two lines are going to be on the center layer, but I need to click these and kind of drag it up a little bit. Click this one and drag it down a little bit. I'm trying to drag it to where I get kind of that break in there. Like so. So it's about 2 inches. Just gonna try to eyeball where That other one lines up like that. And then just for my sake, I'm gonna go to parametric and hide all those little constraint boxes. Yeah, so there is our front view. That only took like 9 hours. No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's move to the top view. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So what I want to do is our top view is going to be up here. It's gonna the corner is going to be at this corner here. So I'm gonna go back to my home. I'm gonna change to my visible layer, make that current. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to just draw a line from this corner over. I know that's 6 inches, so 6. And I know this thickness goes down. Well, let's just do the whole thing. This is gonna be 3. And then this is gonna go over 6. We're gonna close this over here. I can escape. I'm gonna offset, and that has a offset of 0.75. So I'm gonna offset 0.75, press enter. So this line offset down. And then what I can do is I can just project lines from this front view. So I'm gonna draw a line from this edge up, press enter twice, draw a line from this up, press enter twice. Just keep doing that so we can project those up. I'm gonna TR for trim. I don't need them coming off the back side. This one's gonna go all the way. This one is gonna stop here and here. I'm gonna erase this and this. Oh, I need to trim out this and that, because that's flat and then angles down. This kind of angles down, angles down. I'm talking to myself here. I'm not really too crazy. Let's parametric. I'm gonna hide all those. Those get on my nerves. I'm gonna go back to home. All right, so now we need to add our slots on this. So I'm gonna, again, project the slot edges up. I don't wanna go all the way, maybe about here. Press enter twice. I'm trying not to let my object snap and grab anything as I kind of project these up a little bit. All right, so let's find out where the centers of those 2 circles are gonna be. So from the front edge, I'm looking, oh yeah, 0.75. Okay, so I'm gonna offset 0.75 this front edge back. Hit the escape key. I'm gonna offset, I should have kept that because this is the same 0.75. From here to here. So those are going to be where the centers are going to go. Let me trim out some gobbledygook here. Before this gets way too confusing. I'm just going to make a little box here with these. I kind of like the way the old trim worked, but we'll manage, because the old trim you could pick the cutting edge. Now everything is a cutting edge. Let me get rid of these. All right, so yeah, so that's those boxes, that's going to be where our circles are going to go. So this has a radius of 0.375. So I'm going to go to circle radius. I'm going to type in no, it says specify center point. Okay, so the center point is here. Now the radius, I'm just going to click on the edge of this corner here. And what I can do is actually hit the escape key. I can copy this, CL for copy. Select the circle, press enter, select this center point here, or the midpoint. And I'm going to click this midpoint. I'm going to click this midpoint, this midpoint. And then I can just trim out. Let me erase this. The escape TR for trim. I'm gonna trim these kind of underlings here. So there's our slots, and now we just need to put our center lines and some hidden lines. So let's do our hidden lines. So I'm gonna change from visible to hidden line. I'm gonna draw a line from the quadrant of the circle up, enter twice. Line from the quadrant here up, enter twice. Let me just draw these. I'm just projecting the quadrants of those circles because they're gonna cut through here, but we're not gonna be able to see them. So I'm gonna TR for trim these out. Just draw a line here. Can erase these now, don't need that. So then what I want to do is I am going to, before I do that, let me go to annotate. This needs to be center, I think. So I'm going to, wait, before I do that, I'm going to change from hidden to center line or center layer. Now I can go to annotate, center mark, center mark. So I'm gonna click these arcs here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the center of these, what I can do is, you know what? I'm just gonna copy CO. I'm gonna copy one of these from, or is that the same width though? Let me not do that. What I want to do is, let me do this. Let me draw a line. Wait, before I do that, make sure I'm on the hidden or the center layer. I'm getting confused now. All right, so I'm going to line here. I'm just going to project a line from here, just middle up. And then what I can do is I can actually just click this and grab this grip, click the grip and drag it up. Click this grip and drag it down. Wait, that didn't work like I wanted it to. It's not working. All right, so in that case, I'm gonna type in BR for break. Just gonna break off this end piece. Break off that end piece. BR. So break will just kind of break a line. So from here, and I'm gonna click all the way to the end so it breaks that whole entire piece off. I don't know if I need those center lines that big, but you know what? Whatever. We're gonna work on this right side view now. So I'm gonna go back to my visible layer. And I'm going to draw a line from this corner. And the height is going to be 3.25. And it's going to go over to the left by 0.75. It's actually going to go down. Let me see if I can grab this corner. So if I just kind of move my mouse over to this corner, because I have my, what is this, constraint, infer constraints on. If I drag it over here, but I don't click it, then when I drag it down, it'll kind of snap to that little line and click it here. So that's kind of an easier way to kind of get those lined up. And then this is going to be over by 3 minus 0.75, which I'm going to call this 2.25. And hit the escape. Oh, I'm gonna go down. Let me go down. Again, I'm gonna click it here, click it here. So another way you could do this is if, like this angle line here, if I draw a line from here to where it crosses that line, and then draw a line where it intersects here and goes down, you can see where those kind of, will tell you where those kind of line up, like so, which I'll do that here again in a minute or so. So we have that. We're going to have a line that goes from this corner down to this corner. That's that rib there. And I'm going to turn off these constraints that confusing me. All right, so there's that. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of project this edge here over. I'm gonna trim out here and there. I'm gonna erase this because it slopes down, and then this line is gonna go all the way over. So I'm gonna type in EX for extend, and extend this line all the way to the back. And then I need to, this is gonna be, I need to change to my hidden layer. And I'm gonna draw a line from the quadrant or the intersection here, straight over, press enter twice, same thing there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this middle one too while I'm at it. So I'm gonna trim this. I'm gonna erase these. Oh, I erased too much. I wanna erase this and this. This line here, I want it to be a center line. So I'm just gonna select it, and then I'm gonna change it to center. And I'm gonna try to drag this grip without the whole thing moving this time. Oh, it doesn't want to do that. All right, have it your way. Fine, I'm gonna break this from here all the way over. All right, there we go. So there's that. Sometimes Autocad doesn't want to cooperate, and you know what? There's other ways around it. All right, so now I need to put this slot in. So to find out where the slot lines up, I'm gonna use my my Pong technique. That's what I call it. It's kind of old school. So back in the old days, probably the first video game I ever had was called Pong. So basically you just had like one little pixel and then two paddles, and you kind of smack it back and forth. But anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna just draw a line from this quadrant of this circle all the way to where it crosses this line. Same thing for the top, cross it over, draw a line where those intersect straight down, where this intersects straight down. I'm gonna trim out these extraneous lines that I don't need. All right, so then what I want to do is I'm going to change to my center layer, because I need to also do my little Pong trick where these center lines are. So again, line from here down, line from here down. And actually what I can do is I can just copy this. I'm gonna use this intersection as the base point, copy it to here, copy it to here, hit the escape. Now I can erase these. I know I got two lines on top of each other. Get rid of that, get rid of that. All right, so that is, I'm looking at this, I believe that's our front, our top, our right side view. It says when finished drawing the object, left click on the layout tab. So we're gonna left click on this layout tab here, right? And then it says, edit the title block. So to edit the title block here, first of all, what we wanna do is we're gonna go to layer properties. I'm gonna turn off the miter box. I'm gonna turn off the model space layer. Hit the X. Now to edit your title block, you just kind of double left click on it, and you can, type whatever you want it to be, blah, blah, blah. So that's how you're gonna change the title block info. I'm just gonna type in bracket here. Bracket, yeah, so just kind of go through there, do that, and then when you're finished with it, make sure you save your drawing before you close out of it. But I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Next video, we'll create the shaft cube. All right, so peace out.